Hey guys, Edgar here. Guns for everyone. Today got some good news. Actually, this happened yesterday, but it was a little bit too late to do the video and do the very little work that I do for the thumbnails and all that shit. So I just decided to do the video today. Today is Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. And as the title suggests, we have a victory in Adams County. This is actually part of a small part of why it's so difficult for us to sue on the training requirements. We need plaintiffs. We need somebody who gets denied, and then we can take that denial and sue. Well, we've had plenty of opportunities where we're constantly fighting sheriff's offices throughout the state of Colorado, and we send emails and we win. And so you're if those are you guys that have donated to the legal fund, it's still being used. We're just having a really difficult time. So it sounds so stupid. We're having a difficult time losing to sheriff's offices. So so we can't. We're too good at this shit. We're too fucking good is what I'm trying to get at. And that makes me happy internally, but at the same time, it's very frustrating that we're so good at this because we don't have a plaintiff. We don't have a plaintiff. And that's tough. That becomes difficult for the lawsuit because we don't have anybody to take to Brian and say, "Hey, here it is." And a lot of the denials that we do have, it's not on paper, and it's such a weird thing. I'm ready to sue the state of Colorado. This is getting old. I don't have enough money, all of that shit. But we have a victory in Adams County. We have a victory in Adams County. And I kind of want to run through the stuff and how it went, how it played out. I also want to post some content on our school thing, skool.com/2A hyphen South hyphen advocates. I think that's what it is. Go to school.com, skool.com, and just look up 2A South advocates. And we're going to be doing a lot of educating the humans how to advocate for themselves and all that stuff. But at any rate, a gentleman, this was on the 20th of August. So this 20th of August was a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Little over 2 weeks ago is when he sent a message and he said, "Hey, what the fuck? Let's just read it together. Let's just read it together. Let me put it up there, up on the screen. Here we go. Bear with me as I get this stuff, folks. But I do want you to also see it, so you see the stuff that I see and how it plays out and how we kind of go about this. But anyways, um, this individual, I think I end up showing his name anyways because the sheriff's office do. But Abadjev, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Abadjev, Mr. Abadjev sends me an email. He says, "Hey Edgar." First off, he sends it to a very old email, an email that I don't really use. He texted and called an old number that I don't really use. Don't know how the fuck you got it. Our contact information is on our website. So if you want our contact information, it's on our website, or you can reach us through the social medias. Social media is honestly a more effective way of getting a hold of us. That I'm going to put it down here. Instagram, Facebook, and X is all guns for everyone. That's a more effective way. It doesn't mean I'm going to reply very quickly. It's just a more effective way of doing it. But anyways, it says, "Hey Edgar, I was at your concealed carry competition, concealed carry cup competition last month. Adams County Sheriff's Office today informed me that their interpretation of the statute is that it requires multiple competitions, not just one. Not just one I participated with you. Could you please give me a call at your earliest convenience?" And these was one of the humans who called, text, fucking sent out the smoke message, like panic mode. This dude's in fucking panic mode. Um, so I reached out to him a different way. And I did tell him that I was going to reach out to them and did the text messaging. This is an issue that we had in Arapahoe County as well, which we're kind of still working with that. And here's what I sent to Adams County. As soon as I seen this, here's what I sent to Adams County. I think I could just do this. Nope. I need to stop sharing and then reshare. Doo-doo. Here we go. So here's what I wrote. Hello. I just want you to see that you can win a staccato CS. Hello, I'm writing on behalf of Mr. Konstantin Abajev regarding the denial of his concealed handgun permit application. Mr. Abajev submitted a valid proof of participation in the Guns for Everyone National Concealed Carry Cup, which satisfies the statutory training requirements under CRS 1812-203-1HI. Unfortunately, his application was rejected based on the interpretation that 2 or more competitions must be completed to qualify. This interpretation is inconsistent with both the statutory framework and the manner in which other subsections in CRS 1812-203-1H are applied. Plain meaning of the law. Subsection 1HI states that a permit shall be issued to any applicant who demonstrates competence with a handgun by submitting evidence of experience with a firearm through participation in organized shooting competitions. While the statute uses the plural form competitions, it does not logically require multiple participations. The use of the plural in statutory drafting is often generic, encompassing the category or set of events, not the number of instances required for qualification. Thus, participation in one official competition is sufficient to justify the requirement, just as completion of one training course satisfies the requirement under 1H6 VI. Inconsistency across subsections. Subsection 1H4 allows for qualification based on honorable discharge from military service, referring to qualifications. Yet applicants are not required to provide multiple DD-214s. A single discharge document suffices. Subsection 5 refers to qualifications for retired law enforcement. Applicants are not asked to submit multiple training certificates. A single record is accepted. To impose a stricter standard under 1HI or 1 creates an arbitrary and inconsistent burden on applicants. Protection of applicant rights. Mr. Abajev was unable to fully advocate for himself during this process. We are therefore seeking to ensure that his rights are not infringed due to a grammatical misunderstanding or inconsistent application of the law. The law must be applied evenly without creating unequal treatment among applicants depending on which subsection they qualify under. Mr. Abajev has met the statutory requirements by successfully participating in the Guns for Everyone National Concealed Carry Cup, a nationally recognized firearms competition by a 501c3. We respectfully request that the Adams County Sheriff's Office reverse its rejection and proceed with the processing of his application in accordance with Colorado law. Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Please do not hesitate to contact me if additional documentation or clarification is required. So that was my email to them. That was my email to them, and didn't hear anything back. Nothing was kind of moving forward, and he sends a text, and again, this goes to a phone. It's a Google Voice number that I don't really use. So I wasn't aware that he had done it, but this is our conversation in that. Let me just go with the entire screen. Here we go. Boom. He tells me again they're claiming that because the competition is plural, it means more than one. And then later on, he says, imagine there was no luck in talking to them. I'm going to go ahead and sign up. He's going to sign up for a renewal class. And I said, no luck yet. I did it 7 days later. No luck yet. But the only way that we can win this is if the person affected you signs up as a plaintiff, blah, blah, blah. We didn't end up having to sue them. And the other stuff, let me get to another. And then he sends me this. He sends me this right when I was about to show him, and I did show him another person in Adams County who completed the concealed carry cup. They were accepted and everything was fine. So I was like, hey, what the fuck? They were fine. How come you're not fine? And again, had been a while and I don't really see that one, but it says this is from Joshua over at the Adams County Sheriff's Office. Says, good morning, Constantine. After your visit last week to renew your permit, we decided that we want to really take some time looking into the statute again. We took a deep dive into it with our attorney and our undersheriff, and the decision was made that going forward, we will accept one competition for the renewal. So first, I would like to apologize on behalf of myself and the CHP unit for turning you away. Second, I'd like to thank you for guiding us to look into the statute closely and finding the proper language that supports the one competition. Sorry. I know you have already scheduled another appointment, blah blah blah, and they're just asking him to come in so that he can come in sooner because he had another. It was delayed. And so obviously I told him, well, that's fucking awesome. That's absolutely great news. That is what happened in the end result. Oh, and here's where we're at. This was the final. And I told him I don't use this number much. I just came here to show you this. That was evidence from the other student or competitor. I'm sorry, and seeing that one, great news. Thanks for everything. Please spread the word. You're welcome. And he replies, without the push you made with that email, I don't think anything would have changed. I'm actually surprised it did, but that's a good thing. My response was, we do it a lot. We educate counties on the correct interpretation of the law. Glad we can help. And he goes on to say, without that pushback, more people would have gone through what I did. Glad that won't be the case. Also glad you didn't have to go as far as suing them. Yeah, I mean, it's financially, we want to, we have trouble suing them. That's why we need donations for more reasons than that. But suing them would have made it so that it can't happen again. The problem with not suing them is they changed it now, but it's not going to stop another county from doing it later on. Hopefully you guys send this to Arapahoe County and say, hey, what the fuck? Maybe even take the format of the email that I sent and send that to Arapahoe County. But this is what it takes to advocate for yourself. This is advocating for yourself. This is advocating for your students. This is advocating for the Second Amendment. So we won because we pushed back. Had we not pushed back, nothing would have happened. Constantine did what he could, and that's reach out to us. And he was willing to. At first, it didn't seem like he was willing, like he wanted us to do it. We sent out that email, and he did express, if you want us to fight, we'll fucking do it. He said he was ready to do it, so we didn't have to go that route. But at any rate, this is another victory that we have, and it's not that difficult, folks, for you guys to advocate for yourselves. I don't know how much longer Guns for Everyone is going to be able to do this. I want to keep doing this. You guys don't donate enough, and now I'm just gonna be fucking cynical about it. There's zero fucking money coming in. So obviously you guys don't want us around. Obviously that's the free market, right? That's, I have to accept it. If you guys don't donate to us, that means you don't want us around doing this. You don't need us to do this because obviously you guys can take care of it yourself, and that's why you don't donate to us. That's why you don't join the giveaway. And I'm not being pouty, and I'm not being like, I have to accept it. It sucks. It doesn't make me feel awesome, but obviously people are reaping the benefits of us doing this shit and then not contributing back to it. If you don't contribute back to it, it doesn't stay alive. So you're not keeping us alive. Obviously, you would rather other things be around, other organizations that you support, that you don't support us. So I don't know how much longer we can do that. So hopefully we get to educate you how to do it yourself, and hopefully you support the next company, or the next organization, or the next whatever. I have very little faith for the Second Amendment moving forward because of shit like this, but we'll keep doing what we can as much as we can. But um, we do shit for free, but it's not free. Like, it cost us a lot of money. All of this shit costs me money. The stuff that I'm doing right now, the technology costs me money. Just to present this fucking video to you costs me $100 every single month. I don't make money off of this shit. I put up these boxes because they're my friends, not because they pay me. You can call Pincus and ask him how much money he pays us, and no, he's my friend, and he's done a lot for the community, and he deserves to be around, and his company deserves to be around. So I pimp that shit out. Gideon Optics gives us zero fucking money, zero, none whatsoever, to put that shit up there. And I know it's not a big thing, but Gideon Optics, Jordan has done a lot of great for the community, so they deserve to be around. These are companies that I pimp out because they should be around for a very long time because they give back to the Second Amendment. So I hope that in the future, when you decide how to spend your money, you do it with organizations and companies that actually fight for you. We fought for you guys, and some of you guys shared it. Some of you guys told your friends about it. Some of you guys pitched in, and it sucks that for those of you guys that pitched in, you wanted us around, but not enough people did. So it's the reality. So at any rate, victorious yet again in Adams County. First time I've ever had to do this with Adams County at this level, but there's that victory, and I'm happy about it, and I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad we don't have to deal with that. We still have Arapahoe County that we have to do stuff with, and if I don't know how much more I'm gonna do over with Arapahoe County, but you guys send Arapahoe County stuff, and we'll do the school thing to teach you guys how to advocate for yourselves, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need to advocate for yourselves. So at any rate, tell your friends that we won. Go tell the people on Reddit that we won. Share the news that we actually do fucking fight for you guys, and that what we do is actually legit. Tell the world that we actually give a fuck about your Second Amendment. After this one, I'm going to make a video about why we don't charge money for our concealed carry classes. So there's reasoning behind it, and a lot of it has to do we care about the Second Amendment, so that's why we don't charge for it. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the handful of you guys that can constantly support us. And thanks for those of you guys that have been watching the videos and all that shit. I appreciate you guys.